Ding. Vex on the field.
Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Nova and welcome to today's video. So today we're going to be talking about the do's and the don'ts of Gambit Prime. We're going to get right into it because I don't want to take up too much of your time. But with the introduction of Gambit Prime, I have noticed a slew of noobs rolling around in Gambit Prime. Now, you can also go and say that everybody is a noob to Gambit Prime, but everybody who's played Gambit has a core idea of how Gambit Prime works, but with the new mechanics, everybody's running around trying to loosely attach themselves to a role, and they're starting to do some things that I'm sitting here scratching my head going, why are you doing that? But then I gotta realize that the game mode is still fresh. People don't immediately just understand how to play this game mode, so hopefully today this is going to open your eyes and share this around with your friends, and maybe they'll sit here and go, oh, I see something I was doing wrong. This is what I should be doing when playing Gambit Prime. So first we're going to be talking about the mode tracker. Now this is basic. This is returning from the introductory Gambit mode, but it is as important as ever inside of Gambit Prime. What am I talking about exactly? Well, I'm talking about that little bitty number that shows up over your teammate's head when they're picking up motes. You know, that thing where you look at them every once in a while and you see a X, 7 or X8 or X15. If your teammate is anywhere near a blocker when you look at them, don't go and pick up all the motes in front of them, because now you've just slowed them down. They're trying to sit over here and get a blocker to help you out, and you're taking all the motes trying to be a mote hoarder, padding your stats. That's not cool, man. I get it. You want to sit over here and you want to grab the motes too, and you want to turn in blockers too, but you don't always need to be the center of attention when it comes to turning in motes. If your teammate has 14, why are you grabbing all 15 motes in front of him? Let him grab one so he can get 15. Then you grab the next 14 and pick up one on the way and drop another 15 behind him. Because see, what you've done is you've grabbed all 15. Now you've turned in 15, but your teammate has to sit over here and go to another pool of ads to kill one, which could be a fresh pool. They could have just been spawning in at the depot, the caverns, the gulch, and it slows down the process. So make sure you pay attention to that. Make sure you're always trying to keep an eye on it so that you can go, okay, let me get out the way, let him grab those, and then I'm gonna grab the next ones and go turn them in. Now we're exceeding our mote efficiency. So point 2 that I want to make is the blocker tracker. Now, most people don't pay attention to this because they just like sending blockers over. But when you send a blocker over right under your enemy's mote bank number, which is at the top of your screen, I'm also going to freeze frame and, kind of zoom in on that so you can see what I'm talking about. There is another bar that has a blocker tracker. This basically shows the exact symbol of the blockers that are on your enemy teams that you've sent over. So if you see 2 medium blocker symbols over there, don't send 2 more medium blockers over there. Send 2 small blockers over there. I get it, that's not, the big 15 mote that everybody's looking for, but if you send 2 5 blockers over there, then you're going to send 2 goblins over that have the ability to make the captains immune on the other side, which in tandem makes the enemy team have to take extra time to take the blockers out, because what turned into them just dropping a super on the captains now makes it so that they have to drop it on the goblins and then turn around and focus on the captains, which sometimes can get them killed, which makes them lose motes. And as long as there's 2 enemy blockers on your enemy team, they start draining motes. So strategizing around the blocker it's a no-brainer. You need to be able to do that to maximize your potential in Gambit Prime. And I can guarantee you that the more you do it, the better you get at it, the easier the matches are going to be, because it's going to be harder for your teammates to properly provide counterplay when they're consistently losing motes. So the third point that I want to make, that's the most important point, is the DPS strats. For the love of everything pure, do not waste all of your heavy ammo and your supers and your special ammo and all of your debuffs, your melting point, your tractor. Don't do all of that on the first primeval rotation, because you know darn well it's been like this since Gambit has been introduced into the game. The second you call the primeval up, there's going to be somebody who's not playing smart that's going to invade, and if you're playing even dumber, then you're going to get killed. Gambit Prime is not like Gambit when it comes to the DPS phase. You can't just stack up, hit them with a melting point, toss 2 Nova Bombs on him and kill him immediately in the first phase. You don't get that much of a damage buff. On top of that, most of your teammates, they're not going to be smart and realize what the mechanics are of Gambit Prime, which is again why I'm making this video. When the DPS phase starts, 2 Primeval Envoys are going to spawn. Once you kill those first 2, a third one is going to spawn. When you kill the third one is going to drop a pool of light that you need to stand in to get the Primeval Slayer buff. I will freeze frame or, zoom in and point it out in this video so you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you are not standing in this pool of light to get this Primeval Slayer buff, then you will not be doing significant damage to the Primeval. There have been too many times in the last 20 to 30 matches of Gambit Prime that I have played where I have watched a bunch of Warlocks with Skulls of Dire Ahamkaras and Chaos Reaches with Geomags running from where we just killed the Primeval Envoy all the way down to the Primeval to try and nuke him. And they do nothing because they're not following the mechanics of the game mode. As you can see right here, we just stepped into the pool of light and we have the Primeval Slayer buff ×3 with a timer on it. If I step out of this, then I won't be able to do any significant damage. So you need to pay attention to that, and you need to know that the second that you summon the Primeval, the invader is going to spawn. So let him spawn, kill him, or let him kill you, it doesn't matter. And then rotate to the second Primeval phase and the third Primeval phase and start murking this boss. Don't waste all of your stuff on the first round, because first, you're not going to do that much damage. You don't get that much of a damage buff on the first rotation. And 2, if you waste all of your ammo and he kills you, now you've just spawned up with no ammo. So it makes no sense. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you leave a like. Make sure you share this video so everybody who plays Gambit Prime has their eyes opened to how to actually play this mode. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care.